Course Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQP. I hope you guys are doing well. Labe Makaya. But anyways, Kaizer Chiefs have done it again, and obviously we're gonna be looking at the two signings which have just been announced, and then also I will tell you that there are some players I'm not happy about in terms of the signings, and I will let you know why I'm saying I'm not happy with some of those signings. And also there's another signing that they've just completed today as I'm speaking with you guys, but obviously we're gonna dive into all of that, and then I give you everything that you need to know about that. But before we dive into all of those details, please do make sure you know what you need to do. But you just make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will get notified and be able to watch that video. Now guys, where do I start? Hey, yeah. As I can't, but anyways, it's fine. Let's just quickly jump in and then we talk about it. Now Kaizer Chiefs did it again. They've managed to announce the two players, the two duo from Orlando Pirates, and they've definitely signed another player who used to play for Orlando Pirates, which I will tell you in a minute about it. So we have Paseka Marco, we have Tabiso Monyane, and then adding to Ethan Chislet, Flavio Silva, and also Unkanyeso Shinga. Now so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players have been announced. So that was interesting. But now guys, today they've just completed yet another signing, a signing of Uspesihle Ndlovu. Now we've spoken about this player. He's a central midfield, Super Sport, but unfortunately you know what is happening with Super Sport. So guys, as I'm speaking with you, it's a done deal. I've just confirmed by Mtogozisi Duba saying good, no, it's a done deal. QB I'm sorry guys, I was not home. I've come back a little bit later to give you the story of Uspesihle Ndlovu, but we did talk about him earlier on, and then I do not even know where I was standing with this guy, to be honest with you. But I do have to say guys, from my side of things, I'm not happy with some of the signings that Kaizer Chiefs have done so far. You look at the players that we've signed so far. You look at Paseka Marco. I'm not happy with that signing. Tabiso Monyane, will give him a chance. Ethan Chislet, yeah, obviously I think he's someone who's going to help the team. We look at Flavio Silva. I also wish he can give us something. We look at Nkanyeso Shinga, which definitely I hope is going to help the team a lot. And then now we have Uspesihle Ndlovu. Now to be honest with you guys, I'm not happy about that signing. So two players out of all the players that I've mentioned, I'm not happy about them, because right now as I'm speaking with you, Tiwa Opaseka Marco. Hey, no, Gazeba, but I've written here to Opaseka Marco as I'm speaking with you. There's something happening with his arm. He has broken his arm. 200 it happened during the training. So as in but at the end of the day we're gonna talk about it. So it's highly possible he might not make it. He might not even make it to the trip to Netherlands. So you look at the situation and the karma. You look at back when we signed Bongani Sam. It's like the same thing that happened with Bongani Sam. We signed Bongani Sam, Magahamba figure that he did not even participate because at the end of the day he was injured. I think we spent about 2-3 days after that he got injured, and a long-term injury. Now Marco, not even one game. Not even one game, guys. He's already injured. Why did we sign him? if that is going to be the case. And you look at Kaizer Chiefs, they're doing it more often. Even now, they've signed Uspesihle Ndlovu. I'm not saying it's not a regular or whatnot. But you look at Uspesihle Ndlovu, you look at Uyaya Sithole. Those two players, you look at them, and you can see, yes, I've confirmed this all out, Kaizer Chiefs was interested in signing Uyaya Sithole, but hey, I'm sorry guys, but it looks like they did not renew their interest makufika manje, since he came here home for my holidays and everything. Kaizer just did not renew their interest in terms of uSiphephelo Yaya Sithole, but they did go after uSipesihle. Is it Spesihle? Yes, Spesihle Mbesuma Ndlovu. Not Collins Mbesuma, but Spesihle Collins Ndlovu. Hey, he used to play for Orlando Pirates, guys. It might feel like I'm not happy with, the signings of former Orlando Pirates players, but that's not what I'm saying. I even heard someone saying, and why, if we are signing Orlando Pirates players, why are we not signing players like Abom Fugeng, those kind of players? But we are signing players who, I'm sorry guys, but I have to say it, I feel like those players, they are being deemed as their former clubs as my reject, to be honest with you guys. It's not players that are good enough for them, because at the end of the day, you look at those 2-3 signings, we are born, okay, should the team no longer saw a need for them, and then Babateng, you say, oh, they let them go, not even to sell them, they let them go as free agents, because they're like, they're not worth anything, to be honest. But Tina, we scoop in and we say, no, we are signing those players, and definitely those players are going to help us compete in the league. We want to compete in the league. You look at Orlando Pirates already, they've signed Umjita, Drunken Master has been signed by Orlando Pirates. They've signed other quality players who I feel like, Nati, if we were doing our business very well, we could have signed quality players. Now Orlando Pirates won't be crying next season. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. They won't be crying saying, hey, we've signed players who are not giving us anything. You look at Abu Osuna Polis, you look at Abu Master Chef, you look at Abu Tepang Moremi, you look at all of those signings that they have made so far. I can say maybe 1 or 2 or 3 are not good enough, but so far, the ones that they have signed, I think that's proper. It's quality players, to be honest. Yeah, you look at us, we've signed Ethan, I can say is quality. You look at Kaizer Shinga, I'm not gonna put him on quality, but yeah, he's a good player. We look at this center forward, Flavo Silva, I do think he's quality. We will see though by the time with Tiana, how does he perform. You look at who else so far, Thabiso Munyane, I'm not gonna say his quality. You look at uSipesihle Ndlovu. Yeah, you guys are saying his quality, but for me, I don't know. If you look at between those 2 players, let me ask you this question: between those 2 players, Kaizer Shinga and not Kaizer Shinga, uSipesihle Ndlovu and also uSiphephelo Yaya Sithole, between those 2 players, who would you sign when lapho ekhaya, as you're watching this game? Who would you go for? Yes, I know. Ulona uSipesihle Ndlovu has more PSL experience. Uyaya udlala, I think it's a second division or something like that in Kosho. But at the end of the day, their league is kind of like proper, because you look at the player like this guy who's this young player, the player that we've signed as a free agent now here, I think January, who made a huge impact on the team. Who's this guy, guys? Please remind me. But you look at that player, Portugal, which you can see definitely, his quality, despite definitely you can see. And Ngashut is one of the reasons why Kaizer just went that side to make sure Bafuna amanyama players there, because at the end of the day, he was the one who said, no, I know players at that side. If you need players like those ones and that ones and that ones, and then that's what happens. I'm speaking about why do I forget his name? But anyways, you know who I'm talking about, Buffett. you know Tabocele, you know who I'm talking about. Tabocele, guys. Tabocele, Ngashuti had influence in terms of the signings, but anyways, it's fine, we're not there. So yeah, for me, guys, I feel like I'm not expecting a lot from these new signings. I'm not even expecting us to compete on the league, because you look at the players that we've signed, only 3 players are quality players so far, and then we think we are going to compete on the league. At least 5 quality players that would have made a lot of difference. But I'm not gonna rule them out. So I'm gonna give them a chance. How are they going to, fare out from last season? Because so far, I'm not convinced we are going to fight for the league. We still want to push to top 8. That's what I think. With those signings that we have made, I think we want to push to get into the top 8 PL, but not to compete. Competing, it's two different things. Yes, fighting for the league, ziyabuya. Lana go top 8, it's fine. You can get there and you can stay there and then you survive. So angas, but guys, I will see how they do things this season, how things are going to be different this season with those new signings. Yes, I'm not going to rule them out, but also I'm not expecting a lot from them. I just want to see whether they're going to surprise me or not. But yeah, I believe this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you with something new if I'm not too tired. But let me just go and sleep, guys. Are we really going to be competing with those players?